Hello friends, and welcome to Knowledge by Nature. In today's video we're going to be going through our June morning basket as well as the books that she picked out from the library for the first few weeks. If this is something you're interested in, stick around. Alright, welcome back. If this is your first time here, I am a homeschool mom to an almost second grader, and we love all things books and homeschool and sharing our journey with you. And if that is something that you are interested in, I would love if you hit that subscribe button, and if you like this video, give us a thumbs up. Our morning basket is something that has always evolved with our homeschool. It's never been the same. It's almost never been an actual morning basket, but it always is a group of books that we enjoy that we read throughout the day at some point. Now, because we have officially started summer schedule school, this basket looks totally different than any basket I think I've done, because there are going to be days that we may not necessarily be even settling down during the day to do a basket like this. So a lot of these are really going to be bedtime reads. This is going to be things that we kind of maybe settle down of an evening for bedtime and read out of these. So again, we evolve every month with the way that we use this basket, and I think this month we're using it quite different than we ever have in the past. Now, the first thing that we see right here is the Wonders of Nature book. This is a new haul for me. I just purchased this. I have the other one, which is actually in this basket also, which is the animals one. This one is a beautiful book. Absolutely gorgeous. The images in there are just incredible, and then you get just a little bit of information on each page. This one I thought was super unique because, like the first one, it was all animals, gorgeous, everything, love it, she loves it. But this one is broken up into 4 different sections. It's going to talk about rocks and minerals, microscopic life, plants, and animals. So you get all of this in this one big, beautiful book. And what I would like to use this for is every day, whether it be morning, afternoon, or evening, read one section out of here. So read one page. So right here, it was discussing the rocks and minerals, and just every day read one of these. Nothing overwhelming, but it's gathering just a little bit of information, and that way, even on the days that we're not schooling, we're getting just a little bit of information, and whether we're doing this of a morning or of a night, I think it's going to be a lovely read, and this is beautiful. And like I said, this is the second book in this series by DK. While we're on that one, I'm just going to go ahead and pull out the second one here. And this is the very first one that I had. This is the Anthology of Intriguing Animals. Again, this cover is beautiful. She absolutely loves animals. We used this book so much this year. It went great with our Sassafras Science because there was just so many animals that we could look at. So as you see, we have all of these animals in the contents. This is only an animals book, but again, it's beautiful. What I think I'm going to use this one for is strictly for bedtime. She loves animals, and this is just kind of a fun way to kind of read something about animals before we go to bed. Again, just one page a night, and then I know we've already read a lot of these, but that's okay. We're going to read them again. There's nothing going to hurt us by repeating some of this information. Very, very beautiful. Very, very short little snippets of information. Love these books. There's also one on the solar system that I foresee adding to the collection one of these days also. But this is the DK Animals. This is another book that we do every night, and I really don't know that I've showed you this before, so I did want to show you this since this is kind of our bedtime basket this month also. This is Q&A, A Day for Kids by Betty France. It's 3 years of 365 questions. Let me find one that isn't filled out here. There we go. So it goes through, and you have 3 years that you can mark in, and it has one little question that you ask each night. We really like this, and I'm really excited. We're about to catch up with where we started it, and so I'm going to be able to start seeing the year difference every time of the way that she answers. Most of the time right now, I am writing the answers for her, but if she feels like it and wants to, I let her. Pretty soon, she will be the one that is writing all the time, but right now, I'm writing for her. I love this. I've gotten this as gifts before. Really, really like it, and I think it's just an awesome little way to look back and see the cool things that your child answered through 3 years of time. Up next is what your second grader needs to know. I know this may be kind of an odd one to have in the basket, and we're not officially a second grader yet because I don't really consider we are second grader until we roll over and start in August. But this is something I want to use all year long, and there is a lot of information in it. So I thought if I went ahead and started using this now, then we could go ahead and maybe get it completed for the whole second grade year without it feeling overwhelming. I thought, again, this would just be something daily. We could read one section of it. So let's look over here. Like there's little stories, poems, there's different history knowledge, language arts. None of it is like large amounts of reading, so this will be really nice to, on these longer ones, we could read a story at bedtime or of a morning or of a daytime. We could just read a little snippet from either history or geography, whatever it is. We can just kind of pull out a section and read as we go. Don't know if we'll love doing this, but I thought this would be a good time to give it a try just to see if we would like to read maybe just a little page or two every day. I think most homeschooling parents probably own some of the Julia Rothman. I think it's just one of those books that if you homeschool, you just have. And we are one of those that we have these books. We have not really utilized them very much. And I thought this might be a really fun way to start using this to read a section every day. This one is the Farm Anatomy. Again, I have one that's just absolutely crazy about animals and about farm life and things like that. So I thought it would be really fun to just choose a section every day to read a little part of it, nothing overwhelming, just to kind of get through it and enjoy it and just take it as we want. These are really, really beautiful books, and they've got a lot of fun information in them, and I just thought this would be a fun little addition to the basket this month. All right, up next we have just some little readers that we have not actually read yet. These are some that I hauled in a book haul quite a while ago. If I can find that, I'll link it right up here. These are a little bit longer readers than like maybe your normal picture book would be. And I thought these would be really good for settling down of an evening and reading these. Usually we read our chapter book, but I thought we could kind of incorporate some of these as well. This is St. George and the Dragon. This is a Medal Award winner. Really neat images, and again you can see that there's quite a bit more words on the page than just your normal picture book. So I thought this would be a really good like bedtime story, so I have put that in our basket for this month. Inch by Inch, another honor winner. This is by Leo Leone. This looks like a perfect June book. It's not very long, but it does definitely look like a book that needs to be read either in the spring or the summer. And we have not read this yet, even though it's in our collection. So I have put it in our basket for June. This was the book outlet haul that I just bought all the medal winners. Like every one that I saw, I tried to pick up. And so this was another one, Sylvester and the Magic Pebble. One we have not read yet. Another one that is just a little bit different than your normal picture book. And haven't read it. Wanted to add it to this month's basket. Up next is Rikki Tikki Tavi by Rudyard Kipling. This was another book outlet haul that we haven't actually read yet. I got these in the winter time, I believe, and just set them back for when it was a little bit warmer, more of a June, July sort of basket. And again, this has a little bit more words on it than a lot of picture books, so I thought it would be another nice one to read for bedtime. I always like to bring out my stranger books around May or June, usually June, because for us that is when the weather is really starting to get nice. We're out a lot more, and I think it's a really great time to just kind of read about, talk about, and refamiliarize ourselves with the rules that our family has about strangers. I picked up the Berenstain Bears, Learn About Strangers. I love the Berenstain Bears, so I just love having any book from them. So I definitely added this one. I Won't Go With Strangers. This is by Dagmar Geisler. This one is about a little girl that is waiting for someone specific to pick her up, and even though lots of people that she knows offers to take her home on this day, she continues to wait until the one person that Mom said for her to be picked up by comes to pick her up. So this one was a really good one. Kind of drives home the idea of making sure that we only leave with who we're supposed to leave with. And probably my favorite one out of the three was Teach Your Dragon About Stranger Danger. This is just a little boy with his dragon, teaching him all the rules of leaving not with anyone except who you're supposed to. Again, just kind of driving home the idea of why we don't go home with strangers or leave with strangers, and what strangers might try to offer to get us to go. This was by Steve Herman. This is another book that I picked up from the book outlet when I was picking up all those other ones. Again, we haven't read this one yet, so I thought this would be a good time to bring this out and get it read. This one is also one I think would be really good to bring up multiple times because it is The Year at Maple Hill Farm. So if we really enjoy this, I have a feeling that I will bring this out again in another basket because it does go through all the months of the year, and this might be kind of a nice spring or fall book to bring in and out. I like the images in it. I like these types of like old-fashioned drawn images, and this one has farm animals in it, which I know she's going to love. Here is another book that I bought not too long ago. I think I put it on my Instagram page. If you're not following me there, you might want to follow me there so that you can see when I'm buying all these fun little books. This one is If You Go Down to the Woods Today, More Than 100 Things to Find. This is not one that I want to do through the entire month of June. I want to stop at a certain section because you kind of go through these pages of where you have a little section to read, what to spot in the world, and then you spot it, and I want to read until it starts the autumn section. And you have quite a few pages until that starts. So here is Summer Brings the Sun, High Summer, Swimming Lessons, Bear's Picnic, Putting on a Play, and then we have Autumn Brings Shorter Days. So I will stop at this section of the book. So however long it takes us to get through these sections, we'll do that, and then I will stop right here, and I will save this for putting into one of our fall baskets so that we can come back through and finish it up. Really, really pretty. It's a really, really pretty book, and then there's some more information in the back. So we'll kind of read through this section right here, save it, and then bring this back out sometime in the fall or even the winter where we can kind of finish out this section. Beautiful, beautiful book, and this is by Poems by Rachel Piercy and illustrated by Freya Hartis. The last thing that I have in the basket here, and then I will show you what she picked out for her first few weeks of reading at the library. This is the Atlas of Archaeology. This is one that I thought during the day. This one I don't want to do at nighttime just because there's some strange images that I don't really want to have as her last image before going to bed. But this one I thought would be really good to, again, during the daytime, pull out and read one section of it just to get a little bit of extra learning throughout the summer because, like I said, there's going to be days that we're not officially schooling, but I would like to incorporate something like this every day, and this isn't really going to feel like much when we just pull out and read one page of it. This is the Atlas of Archaeology by Mick Aston and Tim Taylor. Now, let's look to see what she picked up from the library. We try to hit up the library as often as we can, and The summer is no different. We hopefully will be going at least once a week, if not more than that. But we kind of got some books that will last us for at least a week and a half here. And this one is The Unicorn of Many Hats, another Phoebe and her unicorn adventure. This is number 7. I'm not for sure how many there are, but we are almost done with them. I think there might be 10, but she really enjoys these. This is the kind of comic book strip style. I actually read these to her, but she does read another type by herself, which is the Dogman series. This is Dogman, Lord of the Fleas, number 5. She loves these books. I'm really glad that she likes them, but personally, I prefer when she reads like the actual chapter books, but I think it's really, really important to have fun reading too, and that is definitely her fun reading right now. And as you can see, this is the comic book style books. Number 5, and she went ahead and picked up number 6 because she usually is reading them a lot quicker than I want to go to the library. I usually don't want to go to the library multiple times a week, so this time we went ahead and picked up number 6, Dogman, Brawl of the Wild. Again, it's the same chapter book scenario here, but she thinks they're really funny, they're enjoyable, and it gets her reading, so I am okay with that. She also picked up Spring Stinks. This is a Bruce book. We have read a Bruce book before, and so when she saw this and saw that there was another Bruce book, she wanted to grab that one. We love the piggy and elephant books and the pigeon books, and this one is Are You Ready to Play Outside? This is another one that she can read on her own, so that's fun. Forget-Me-Not, Friendship Blossoms. We've read another one of these in the series, and I cannot remember the name of it at the moment, but this is Forget-Me-Not, Friendship Blossoms. Really sweet little book about the elephant and the giraffe. And the last one that she picked up is We Will Rock Our Classmates. This is one that she actually heard from the same author on Kid Time Storytime. She has not heard this one, but she has heard one from the series, and so she wanted to be able to get the book herself. And it's about a little dinosaur that looks pretty cute, so I think she will enjoy this also. But these are the books that she decided to pick up at the library. So this is our June basket for the month. I really think we're gonna like these random bigger books and just reading sections of them at a time. This is a great start for our library reads for the month, and I'm just really excited about the summertime and the wonderful weather and just being outside all the time. So if you enjoyed this video, I would love if you give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you in my next one. Bye!